Hey everybody, JitteryJay here. Welcome to the channel. Hope everybody's having a great day so far. Up next, we are checking out Small Far Away, the world of Father Ted. I believe I read in the description this was made 15 years after he passed, or after the show ended and he passed. Because I think he passed right after the last episode. The day after, I think it was, of a heart attack. Anyway, we're going to check this out. This came in 5 parts, but I've got them all in a playlist so that I can do them all at once. So this is going to be a long video. Before we get started, we're going to throw a like and subscribe on the original. That is the important part. All the links will be in the description below, so you can do the same if you wish. Would appreciate it very much if you hit the like and subscribe on this video as well. It goes a long way towards supporting the channel and helping it grow. And then let's turn this on. And let's get into this. This is, I think, I'm not sure if these are characters or writers. Let's find out.
It captured a kind of Irishness, Irish humour. It's more than that, but a kind of specific Irish humour that you'd rarely see on screen.
Sweet and funny and ridiculous. Just a bad dream, you're great.
I'm Graham, by the way. We wrote it.
Did you ever see Father Ted? Did you ever see that programme?
Great. Raping Dougal 25 times.
The impact of it doesn't seem to have sort of faded in any way from what I can see.
You bastards!
I liked hitting Dermot on the head with a hammer.
Where your mind goes blank because your head has just been frozen.
The man himself. Wonderful.
It was always good. It ended good. We stopped it before people got sick of it. You can't really ask for anything better, you know?
Okay.
I'm trying to find the original Father Ted script in my files. I bet Arthur has it if I don't.
Irish Lives, Father Ted Crilley. Now this is interesting because it says 1990 on it, so that means we must have written it here before even Graham had gone to London.
It's actually the original script that led to Father Ted, because Father Ted started off. It wasn't a sitcom about Ted at all. It was a documentary series about 6 different Irish characters. So Ted was just one of these.
It's a perpetually jolly and rather sad man. That's the first description of Ted, who through some terrible accident of fate has found himself in the priesthood.
Arthur understood that whole language of priests, that kind of lightness.
Good God, look at the time. I'd better be going, Ted. Oh. And you need a lift?
It was just at home, when I was a kid, there were all those priests visiting, My uncle, who was a priest, took millions of photographs, colour slides. I think that picture just sums up everything Father Ted. The spirit of Father Ted. You don't need words when, this is what Father Ted, the world of Father Ted is really.
Come on, Dougal. It's your go.
Pearls before swine.
Well, it's great to come back. I'm kind of nostalgic by nature, so I like going back to places I haven't been for a while. We'll be visiting the old haunts, the old house.
I'm kind of curious, but I'm not really a sentimentalist about things. I expect
You
to
live in the now. In the
I
moment.
expect to remain unmoved.
Okay.
In a cold-hearted, cynical way. I'm living in London now, and I don't give a damn about this place.
Oh my God, is that it? Whoa! That's a boxy car. That's the most action-packed exit. perfect.
Okay.
The Graham Henderson fashion, don't you, Graham?
I do. I'll be dropping in there later. The other day I checked Twitter and I checked the Father Ted hashtag to see what people were saying about it, and it's great seeing all these lines come up, you know, that mean something to people, you know. In fact, the other day I just discovered one I'd forgotten, which was John and Mary. Mary says to John, "Tit face, you've got a face like a pair of tits."
That's beautiful writing.
I think that's beautiful writing.
It's been a tremendous boost to Irish culture, I would say.
He's probably very cold now that his towel is blown away. Do you want tea or anything yourself? No. Do you have one of those copies? With milk, latte, pint, style? Yeah. You know, people will say to you, "Oh, you look like Dougal," and well, yeah. I mean, it's very hard to avoid. I think the voice is a bigger giveaway. In terms of like, you know, the impact of Father Ted as well. Like, I guess it was hard just to slip back into stand-up. You know, solely just set yourself up as a stand-up comedian again and just, you know, tour as I had been doing before that.
Huh.
Oh, that's good for the circulation.
Oh, that's who it was.
Oh, yeah. That's get the blood flowing. Recommend that for anybody.
I have Father Jack's teeth. These are the actual Father Jack's teeth, of course. So when I put them in, it puts you into character a bit, you know?
Take off!
Can we go down from the top with the window just a bit? Because you just fire and go, oh, smell of the countryside.
The moment's passed.
Stand by, Andy, here we go.
They declined an invitation to take part in this documentary.
It's a shame Pauline's not here. I'm sure she would have plenty of insights and observations about our time together. But I kind of understand the reasons why she isn't. I think that's fair enough. I mean, you know, she's closely identified with the Mrs. Doyle character, and as an actress, she wants to get away from that.
I can understand it.
All this wealth of material and photos. Yeah, there's a wonderful innocence about Dougal and Father Ted that kind of made them very endearing.
Yeah.
There he is, the man himself. Wonderful. I've never seen kicking Bishop Brennan up the arse. I've never watched it. I see it in shop windows, and at home you go through the room, it's on, and I've been on planes when it's on, but I've never actually sat down and watched it because I find that too painful. Because we had such fun doing it. It was just such a blast. And I think he had a great career ahead of him when he sadly left us. It's great that he's...
What did that say? 52 to 98, so he was 46? Damn. That's young. That's too young to lose anybody.
When he sadly left us. It's great that he's still there in terms of audiences, who have yet to discover Father Ted.
Yeah.
Because it was, I think, one of the great comedy performances.
All right, give me just a second. I gotta find out what's going on outside. And we're back. Sorry about that. And, the wife was out there talking to the neighbor. Was trying to figure out what was going on. They were being a little bit louder, which yeah. We get along with them real good. So that's part for the course. She gets louder as she starts talking. She gets louder and louder and louder. Not my wife, the woman next door. She's a little bit hyper. Anyway, let's back this up a little bit and get back to this. If I can. There we go.
Well, we'd come here usually in kind of November and we do the stuff outside the house. We'd be here, I mean, one series was 10 episodes, one series was 6, one was 8, so, 2 weeks to 3 weeks we'd be here.
Okay.
I think it's somewhere around here.
You said it was the one at the end.
There it is, Ted, look, it's huge!
Calm down, We're here, Father.
Take off.
Do you know what was filmed here? Do you know where we filmed it?
You filmed it a bit back there for the benches. There.
Really?
Yeah.
Father Ted, we watched him many a day.
What, you actually saw it being shot?
We did, yes.
Did you?
Yes.
Good Lord.
We have a mobile home on the site, so.
Oh, I see.
I remember the old one, the small little one that they had here, the one that they rocked from side to side.
Okay.
Did it tip over? I forget.
It did, yes, they tipped it over, yes.
That's right. So you saw it being done?
Saw it all being filmed,
There's probably no one in Ireland who hasn't seen an episode or loves everything about it. That dog, he probably loves it. Did you ever see Father Ted? Did you ever see that program?
Not sweet.
I've 2 boxes in the attic full of these tapes, and most of them are quad splits. That's a 4-way split for the studio. I've also got, from the locations, I've got the location rushes for all this, VHS tapes. And I haven't had this stuff out in years.
Let's play some Scrabble. Yeah, brilliant.
That's
Did you bring the Travel
memorabilia.
Scrabble? I brought the normal Scrabble and the Travel Scrabble 10.
Yes, you could hear your voice starting to go there.
Did you bring the copy of Playboy?
Because the audience can see all this and hear it, And sometimes it's good to let the audience hear that stuff. It just adds to the fun.
You just had all this time, because I wasn't involved in any of the technical aspects, to kind of come up with more gags, So it was like, I remember we were in a field and we saw some cows, and that's where the near far away thing came from, Which
Maybe the most famous
which
joke.
has become the big joke of the show.
So the audience can't see that yet. That's main is what the audience see. It's also interesting when as soon as you cut to it that you get a laugh. I don't know why.
5 seconds, 4, 3.
Plastic cows on a priest's table is funny, isn't it?
Okay, one last time. These are small, but the ones out there are far away.
Okay.
I love the wave when the laughter's in a wave. It takes a few seconds.
I remember that one.
Small, far away. Forget it.
We just wanted to create this kind of odd world that was outside of everything, and then we felt that we could have a free reign. We wanted to make an Irish sitcom with all the kind of insanity of the young ones and the cleverness of Blackadder and the kind of farce elements of Fawlty Towers. These were the things that we grew up loving.
But also all that Irish madness.
That's what gave us our voice, really, isn't it?
Yeah. Just move it over here. It's what, 6 feet?
God, it's lovely out.
Craggy Island had to look bleak and remote, and the last place on earth you want to be stuck, isn't it? Guys were never into pretty. The guys were never into let's have it looking beautiful and stuff like that. It had to be a bit shit, it had to be a bit cold and damp and miserable and a place you just didn't want to hang out in for very long.
But yeah, this is like, if you're going to have a picnic on Craggy Island, then you want to find the most inhospitable kind of landscape you can find. So this is perfect, really. It's almost like this was Ted's best bet.
From top, is it?
And roll, please.
Great. Here we go.
It was shot, I'd say, a little bit crudely. Just nape to the beast, the amount of stuff we had to get through.
The life of Mel Gibson.
This is my fucking spot. Get the fuck off.
There would be times on location when, I know the cameraman would like another 10 minutes to light it, and I go, it's not going to get any funnier. And also with the guys, they come out in the rehearsal scene in the cold. It's kind of funny. You better shoot it the next time, because you're going to make them rehearse it. By the time you shoot it, it's not going to be funny anymore. And particularly those guys, because they weren't actors, it was good the first 2 or 3 times. That's why you rarely see us going past 3 or 4 takes.
I guess Frank and Pauline had more acting experience, and myself and Dermot, we were coming from strictly a comedy background. Certainly to begin with, I wouldn't have been a very confident or assertive person. But I think I had an inner confidence, like just in terms of trusting my instincts to some degree. I used to kind of zone out a bit about a half an hour before the recording, and kind of become Dougal in a way, but not in any kind of methody kind of way. It's funny, once you put on the costume, once you put on the gear, I used to become Dougal.
I remember that one.
I suppose the surprise from someone from the outside looking in would be that actually Frank was an actor, so he had the Irish Times crossword and, all those actory type things.
I used to look at myself in the mirror and say, geez, who's that,
He had the pus coming out of his ears and one milky eye and stuff in his nose and odd lesions and things going on.
You didn't want to get beside Frank Kelly at breakfast after he'd been made up because bits of these flakes would start to sort of drop off. And if they landed on your toast...
Jack is basically the kind of really evil, unpleasant side of the church, the side that all our dads would have stories about being beaten up by someone like Jack, That was our little tribute to that kind of scumbag.
Mrs. Doyle, you left the cooker on.
All right, Father, I'll be there in a second.
I met this lady once who was talking about Ted, and she said, there's not much for women in it, is there? So I thought, well, yeah, there is. It's Mrs. Doyle. She's one of the best female characters in comedy.
Hello, fathers.
Hello, Mrs. Doyle.
Too often in comedies, you see female characters, and their only comic characteristic is that they're commenting on how silly the men are being. And we didn't want that. We wanted a female character who's funny in herself, who had a very strong comic personality, and that's going to be negative.
I can see that.
Out. Get out, Ardle. Get out, Ardle.
For Dermot, he's never had to do a script. He's never had to go out and perform a script, kind of word for word, as somebody else has written it. So the burden, if you like, of being an actor was actually quite a big one for him.
Father O'Rourke has that house. Fuck, sorry.
Well, we were all very sympathetic to the load that Dermot had, because Dermot had an enormous number of lines to learn, which I didn't think at the beginning he would be capable of, because he wasn't trained as an actor. He hadn't experience.
And of course, things often go wrong, as you know, and when you're doing a live show. And that's when Dermot really came into his own, because he was the master of stand-up.
During breaks in the recording, or when we were going from scene to scene, he'd start messing around with the audience and everything like that. And sometimes he'd try and pull me into that, but I couldn't do that. I couldn't come out of the kind of mindset I was in, because I think it would have spoilt it for me and for the audience as well.
How to pull an altar boy, all that sort of stuff. With one finger.
I did have a bit of a comedy crush on you, though. I did. Felt giddy when you were... Stop it. No, it's true, because you were so funny.
It was a synthesis of two different kinds of people. The kind of youthful, terrific enthusiasm of Graham, and Arthur's kind of older wisdom.
It's just a really good dynamic.
But also it wasn't like, I don't think it's like a chalk and cheese thing. I think Graham and myself had the same sense of humour.
I think that synthesis is what produced the chemistry of what makes Father Ted a success.
There is the house, the craggy island house.
I feel oddly excited.
Yeah, it's great to see you again.
Yeah.
So, hello, house. It's bigger than I remember.
This is the Ted house, but it's probably only the Ted house from the outside. Once you get inside, it's very different, I think you'll find.
Let's see who's in.
There's nobody here.
Hello, Cheryl.
Hi.
How are you doing?
How are you?
Do you mind if we invade? Just
Yeah.
We'll have a look around.
Lovely to see you.
Good to see you again.
Should we go in here?
Do, yeah. Come on in for a cup of tea.
Kind of life change, really, isn't it? To suddenly be running
yeah.
a tourist attraction.
But there's many people coming as used to come.
Oh my God, honest to God, there really is. Honestly, I can't lie.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it is non-stop. Like, you wouldn't walk around in your undies and your bra.
Well, I wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't do
But I
that
had so
anyway.
many people at the gate, right?
Yeah.
So I said, what would I do?
Yeah.
So I said, oh, maybe I'll make a little tea room. So that's what I've started. So I have people booked in at 5. Just there, okay.
Hello there.
Hi,
Hello.
David.
Hello.
Who are we?
Hiya.
Hello.
We're the drivers of
Father Ted, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
very
yeah.
good. Super.
We live here all the time. We've never left.
Why did you want to see the house?
The kids just, they've seen on telly, I suppose, the
I
same
don't
as...
watch it. I don't get it.
Good for you. Good for you.
You're not supposed to get it.
I just ignored it. You know?
What did you say?
There she is now. There she is now. Come on, let's just
I'm
walk
gonna
over
ask
here.
her why she doesn't like
Let's just walk over
I'm
here.
gonna ask her why she doesn't like what kind of program she likes.
Yeah. You're here just to see the house? Yeah. Right. Where are you all from? Australia. Australia, really? Wow.
The production company definitely didn't fly you over especially. Just to fool us.
This is a flight, absolute flight.
Just to make us look good.
See that little girl? She doesn't like the show.
She rails against it.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out what to do. Revenge.
It was filmed in 94, I think, the series I did. But it wasn't probably till 98, 99 when people sort of started recognising me, kind of, Father Stone, you know. Ardle's famed thing, isn't it?
He worships your father.
Really?
He did this one for you.
The one I allegedly did of myself and Father Ted. Encapsulating my obsession with him, I think. It's very hard to know what to expect about an audition, but I mean, I could see from the script that it suited me perfectly because I mean, I'm not a sort of a versatile actor.
I'm having a bath.
It's just that I wanted to go to the toilet.
Oh. Right, well, go ahead.
Well, I thought at first I had to take my underpants off as well, so I was a bit uneasy. But because I didn't know about, you know, sort of how shooting cameras, how they could sort of fake it that you didn't actually take your underpants off as well. I remember the producer, Jeffrey Perkins, saying he thought it was going to be huge.
And the winners are Jeffrey Perkins,
Declan Lowney,
Graham Linehan,
and Arthur Matthews
for Father Ted.
Well, first you see Jeffrey Perkins there, the producer of the show. The two writers are Graham Linehan and Arthur Matthews. And the director is Declan Lowney.
Can't talk about Father Ted without talking about Jeffrey. He's the one who found this house. I always think Jeffrey's the heart of the show. Yeah. You know, if there's a kind of warmth and a kind of compassion and a sweetness to the show, then Jeffrey's the man responsible.
I don't think Ted would have happened without Jeffrey, because I don't think the guys would have got the crack at it. It was a mock documentary they'd written as a one-off, and there was no, that wasn't going to be commissioned by anybody. And Jeffrey felt sitcom was the way to go with this. Let's dramatise it. So as far as I know, that was the thrust of Jeffrey's approach to it.
He just gave me such confidence, to try things and to do stuff during the rehearsal and on the recording nights. He'd just have a little word in your ear, or he'd kind of overrule the director sometimes, and he'd just kind of go, no, just let him do what he's doing, So, and for me, who didn't know what I was doing, frankly, this was great. This was such a boost to the confidence that someone of his stature took such an interest and made such an investment in me.
But he also...
Sorry, but he looks so much different with a beard. I'm having a hard time getting past that beard. He looks so much different. The voice is there. The voice, like you said, the voice gives it away originally, which yeah, he sounds just like Dougal. He just doesn't look like him. Anyway.
Took such an interest and made such an investment in me.
But he also, you know, recognised in Graham and Arthur that there was something very valuable and precious there, and he protected that. You know, gave them their head as much as they needed to, and then reined him in when he felt he had to. But you know, I thought that was a perfect marriage.
Yeah. What's funny? God. What's funny is Father Dougal sitting with a nun and pausing for a very, very long time and then turning to her and saying, "So then you're a nun." Graham taught me that. That's funny.
I remember that scene.
It's surreal. It's an extraordinary experience, really, to be back in the territory. I haven't been back in the country, this kind of countryside since, and it's very special. It's a very different kind of countryside, you know.
I'm kind of hoping to see it for the first time because, like, when you're doing a show like Father Ted at the time, it's also intense. You leave very early in the morning and you get home very late at night. You're working quite hard while you're there.
It's true.
So I actually don't remember the landscape at all.
I'd say it's probably a Georgian design.
Oh, there it is now.
I can see what happened.
There you go.
Now, you do expect a statue there in the gateway.
You do, don't you?
You do expect to see Dermot getting into the car.
Yeah, yeah. Look it out.
Have a look anyway.
Oh my God, look at it.
Yes, the statue's gone, of course.
It's been quite some time.
It just seems very barren without loads of priests swarming around a hot water dispenser.
It does.
Doesn't it?
Yeah. I have the happiest memories of scenes out there near the wall taking place, people chasing each other and beating each other and running around the side of the house.
I remember kicking the ball around with Father Damo.
That's right, on the side.
That's one of the highlights of my life.
It's one of your best sporting achievements, really.
Yeah.
Après vous.
Thank you. Hello.
My goodness.
Hiya. Hey, how's it going? Hello.
Hey.
Good to see you.
Hello.
It's lovely to see you.
How are you? No, we didn't. How are you?
Very well.
How you going? How you going?
Come back in the house.
Like a reunion.
Well.
I go on. Take a bun then.
Lovely. Are these your own buns?
There you are.
Did either of you feel the roles were, you know, too associated with you? Did it become a bit of a pain at times? So,
Well, the early hysteria was quite hard to take, yes, but it settled down then. People became more used to the show, and they weren't as invasive, you know.
Yeah, you know, sometimes it can be a little bit irritating that people don't appreciate my genius in other areas, you know, and that they purely see you in terms of this, you know, character. Like, but, you know, ultimately, it's flattering.
There are worse things that can happen in life. Really.
Exactly.
Pauline used to say that she didn't know whether to be cheered up or annoyed when people recognised her as Mrs. Doyle, you know? So I guess she's still wrestling with that.
I want to be associated with Dougal forever, so that's why I'm here.
More ice?
The cold baths were dreadful, but they paled into insignificance compared to being dragged along by the tractor. And of course, that was a minor inconvenience compared to the crazy golf with Father Stone.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
you know, that day, that was a near-death experience.
What about when the sewage truck opened on top?
Well, I was coming to that. That was horrendous.
You were very cross that day. You and Dermot were very cross.
Well, and Dermot particularly. No, absolutely. That was so painful. It was like, you know, where your mind goes blank because your head has just been frozen by a jet of freezing cold.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But I feel bad because we were being kind of smart arses there because Dermot had said the previous series, "What'll you do to me next time? Cover me in slurry." And we said, "Oh yeah, brilliant idea." We went and we wrote it, and I felt bad
call
about
into
that.
someone's house once. You were marooned.
Yeah, I had no choice. It was either, you know, death or I called at the door of the farmhouse and I said, "Please, can I have a bath?" And they gave me a bath. It's a friend of Pan and Cheryl, and he said that they've kept the bar of soap.
If you want to meet priests your own age, listen in on the latest gossip, or simply have a bit of a laugh. Then call Priest Chatback and speak to priests you want to know.
The anti-church thing that people say it has, that was never there for me, and I don't think it was ever there for the guys. But I knew when I read it that I identified with it, I got it, it struck a chord. You know, I remember priests coming who would come and visit sometimes on a Sunday and would sit in your parlour for 4 or 5 hours drinking tea. I mean, I would have to keep doing the tea thing over and over again. You know, it was in our psyche. We knew about that stuff.
I just found it easy to inhabit him. I just liked him so much. I thought I really have to try and bring this man in all his horribleness to the public. I did have the experience of going to the Christian Brothers for my education, for want of a better word. And there I met some very strange people indeed.
You address me by my proper title, you little bollocks!
I just remember those voices and those faces and those the kind of sadistic, pitiless way they made fun of me. And this, the voice that eventually became Bishop Brennan, sort of, that's where it came from. A great, I guess, sense of getting my own back.
Don't try my patience, Billy! You kicked me up the ass! Try to deny it, and I will have you fed to the dogs!
I always felt it, in some way, it put a human face in the church. It humanised these people. You know, monstrous and all as some of them are, as, you know, Father Jack is an outrageous creation. But, like, humanised. Father Ted is so downtrodden. He's always so hard-pressed. I mean, you know, but he's a decent guy at the end of the day.
He doesn't want to be bothered. He just wants to kind of...
It's an easy life with a bit of kind of materialistic treats every now and then.
Yeah. And he's just totally non-spiritual.
As we were writing, we used to say, "Oh, poor Ted."
Yeah, we used to say that all the time. We would be laughing and then we'd just pause and we'd go, "Poor Ted."
Oh, bollocks.
Dougal and Ted are kind of Dumb and Dumber, I think. You know, they're Laurel and Hardy. They're a classic double act. You can't really imagine one without the other, I don't think. Don Quixote and Sancho Panza. You know, no matter how far back you go in literature, you're going to find these two together.
Down with this sort of thing.
Careful now.
Anyway, you go up to bed. I'll be up in a minute.
All right. Good night, lads.
You'll be up in a minute? Yes, we sleep together. Anyway, who else do you know?
He never did explain that to him.
My name is Maurice O'Donoghue, and I played Father Dick Byrne. He was the evil side of Father Ted, slimy sort of side of him.
Dick Byrne was there. One of his roles as a character was to bring out Ted's incredibly childish side.
Yes.
You know?
I'm sure we'd do just as well as you would.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, we 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 would. Yes, we would. Yes, we would.
No, you wouldn't times 1,000.
Yes, Jinx, no comebacks.
But I subsequently heard, the lads mentioned it to me, and my agent said that it was a close run thing between myself and Dermot.
Definitely, he was our second choice. That's why Craggy Rugged Island existed, because they were our second choices for everybody.
All I can say is thank God Dermot got it, because he's quintessentially Father Ted.
Oh yeah, it's Dougal in. Everybody wanted to be in Father Ted. And there was a possibility of getting it, and like a real possibility as a comedian to get a part, because the characters that were written were sometimes suited to comedians.
Yeah, which one do you prefer, Oasis or Blur?
Like, for example, the character of Father Damo, I played it over the top, to be honest. It's not like subtle acting or anything like that. that a proper actor would do.
You'll be in a minute!
I wonder, are there any Irish comics who weren't in Father Ted? How badly must they feel? Because you do feel in the end they gave everyone a go.
There was a touch of paranoia in the air about, did you get the call? Did you get the call? Did you? No, I haven't heard anything of that, you know. And then, you know, wondering would you get an audition and then would you get the part? And there was a bit of paranoia. 1 or 2 people were left out and I think are scarred as a result. I smell wee. Where's that from?
I thought I recognized it.
This one here. This one smells a wee. I could win an Oscar and people would still shout, oh my love, I've no willy. I love cake. Where's the jam? I smell wee. Those lines are just going to follow me to my grave.
You bastard! Sack!
Hello, Mary.
Hello, Father.
Oh, Father.
Hello, John.
Mary was just washing my hair. She has such lovely soft hands.
I remember that being quite challenging, actually, the fact that you're being absolutely spiteful and horrible and violent with each other, and then suddenly you had to pretend to be benign and loving. I found that technically just really, really hard.
John and Mary was about the thing in Ireland that seemed to be very common, which was pretending everything's fine in front of a priest, when, you know, and pretending that marriage is just this wonderful rosy thing.
Keeping up appearances.
Shut up, you bitch!
They're a lovely couple though, aren't they? John and Mary.
They are all right.
There's great debate about, is this absolutely mad or is this funny? And I thought, no, this is going to work.
I went on Right to Reply and argued against a second-generation woman from Irish woman from Manchester, who was telling me in a Mancunian accent that I was being anti-Irish.
Why is it racist? Why is it stereotypical?
Right. The word Irish is just synonymous with ridiculous, stupid, you know, idiotic. I want my children to grow proud of where they've come from and their ancestors.
I do too. I want a country that's not so self-conscious and so intimidated by other countries that they can't have comedy programmes about themselves, that they can't make films about themselves. And I think to be honest, I think it's quite a ridiculous argument.
But the initial response was just knee-jerk. It was fear of being made to look stupid. And we were kind of, our argument was, if you deny us the chance to look stupid like everybody else is able to look stupid, then you deny Irish actors and Irish comedians from the chance of being in something funny.
As an Irish person, I never felt uncomfortable watching it. I never felt, it's all the things, you know, there are things you'd watch in Ireland maybe, and you'd kind of think that's very funny. I hope nobody English ever sees it. But Father Ted wasn't like that. You were quite happy to sit with English people and watch that, because it was sweet and funny and ridiculous, but not in a kind of cruel or malicious way.
Sit down there and we'll have a bit of an old song. What can we sing? Will you sing one, Ted?
No, I won't.
You will. You have a lovely voice. Very like Celine Dion.
I don't
It's one of those
remember
sitcoms
that
that just
episode.
plays again and again and again, and every time it plays, it's a new audience. When I was just back in
Did I
my
miss
school,
one?
and like these kids are 12 and 13, and they're going, "Oh, we love you in Father Ted." I was like, "You weren't born." Like for them, it must be like watching an old black and white film. That old man was in Father Ted.
It's just now completely amalgamated into the whole feel of the show. And it's just great. Yeah. to be asked to do it, I mean, I didn't go, oh my God, all my, Christmases have come at once. I just thought, yeah, I can do that. I can knock that off, because I had a terrible ego. I was super confident about everything. It's only later in life when you realize you can't do everything. My lovely horse, running through the fields. Where are you going with your fetlocks blowing in the wind?
We want to stay away from the whole area of being in love with the horse.
Platonic relationship with the horse.
Oh man.
Polish your hooves every single day and bring you to the horse dentist.
My Lovely Horse was based on a video by the Eurovision entry for 1970 something.
75, I think.
75.
That's what friends.
And it was the Swarbrick brothers. Maybe it was because there were two of them that it struck us as a good model for the My Lovely Horse video. We would have copied it shot for shot if we could have. I think they called them lifestyle videos.
Yeah.
And what I love about it is that the lifestyle depicted is actually
That's where the song
not
came from.
really that great.
Some mildly sexist undertone.
We copied that completely. Another bit where he's teaching a girl how to play golf.
It fits into Ted's fantasy of what, he's always wanted to, get into show business or go to Las Vegas.
It was very important to us to get a shot of them in a swimming pool with totally dry hair and...
A couple of chicks,
yeah. One of the things I'm absolutely shocked about is my total lack of interest at that age in incredible beauty. Well, yeah, but not just nature, but breathtaking nature.
Yeah.
I was just so into the show and so interested, I just never looked around and saw how gorgeous it was, Still, it's crazy.
That's something we all need to do once in a while, is look around. Instead of looking at your phone, instead of concentrating on what's in that little box, you got to look around at what nature provides. I mean, it's just some breathtaking landscapes out there. You're going to miss them if you don't look, if you don't use your eyes. So I like that analogy right there. He said it's breathtaking nature. It's just never having the time to look around at it. So I get that. Yeah.
Ah!
Action. It's just...
I'm much better than you, The location stuff on TED was like a holiday before we really made the show, in a sense. We'd have this... Although, no, that's not even true. It was a very, very hard slog doing all the location stuff. But we'd do that, and then we'd bring all the footage back to England, and the rest of it would be a 6 to 8 to 10 week stay in London studios shooting the show. We're going into Studio 2, where we filmed the show, I believe.
God, it's big, isn't it?
Yeah, it's much more...
Of course, all the here would be seats from here way back, I suppose.
And the thing about studio sitcoms is they're not easy to make. They're hard. They're really hard. They're done under incredible pressure. So there's no reason to do them. There's no good reason to do them, except that I think they lead to, in the style of sitcoms we're doing, funnier sitcoms, I mean, I as Arthur says, if Father Ted was done without an audience, it would be a cold, miserable
really
affair.
Flat.
It was always a bit of a thrill going into the studio, seeing our sets, which had become a second home. You were familiar with every item of furniture, and so you liked being there.
These guys had really thought everything through very clearly. It all worked very well. See, it's a great credit to them that we didn't have to do everything 13 times.
the thing that was interesting about doing Ted and distinguished it from every other program I've ever done is that usually when you're back here and the scene has stopped filming, you hear the voice of the warm-up man doing warm-up.
That's true.
Warm-up.
Yeah, yeah.
But on Ted, you heard the voice of Dermot, who's basically, every time they yell cut, would just walk straight out to the audience and start doing his routine, you know. And he used to drive me mental, you know, because I was like, concentrate on the script.
Fuck, I want you.
It very much had the atmosphere of a holiday camp. I mean, I think there was a giddiness about it that I haven't really witnessed since in anything I've done. And I think it was due to the fact that we were all Irish, we were all abroad. You know, it was very good-humoured.
This is the stars dressing room.
I wonder.
You feeling nervous?
No.
No.
No. Rushing from the court.
I think by the time Series 3 came around, I fully respected the writers' decision not to write anymore because they felt they had exhausted it. And I think we all felt that.
We did think that's it, you know. We didn't think we could do it again. We thought we'd be repeating ourselves, and we thought we were really running out. We were really running out of things for Jack to do, and we were running out of ways for Dougal to be stupid.
Great news. I've been asked to go and work in America.
Really? As what? The story of the last episode as well. I mean, it's kind of moving and it's kind of poignant anyway. You know, it is a bizarre story. It's bizarre what happened.
You wouldn't leave me behind, would you?
Yeah, we just watched that
last
one
bit
last
recording
night.
symbolically
That was good.
Ardle and Frank and Dermot threw their colours into the audience, I think.
You know, we kind of had a rap party, and it was all lovely. And then, I don't know, the next morning, got a call from Dermot's assistant John to say that, you know, he died of a heart attack the night before at a dinner party. It was kind of utterly shocking for about a minute, and then, you know, then it kind of, then you think back and you think, well, God, you know, he didn't look well. And you know, my father, who was a medical doctor, amongst other things, had said to me at the recording that Dermot didn't look well, you know.
It was quite traumatic because we'd been a very happy, busy, you know, company, and suddenly this guy was dead.
The morning I heard Dermot died, I was very upset and I cried and stuff. But then we just stayed in shock for like, I don't know. I'm still in shock about it.
Oh, yeah, Ted. You're here to stay with me and Mrs. Doyle and Father Jack forever and ever 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 and ever
And take everything away.
Oh,
Go on, Father, have a cup. Just a little cup, just a drop.
It's twice as big. Let's go. Could take a while, Dougal.
Oh, Ted.
Ring. Can we hold the ring? Thank you. Can we took the ring off our arses? You bastards.
Look out, please. Hold your positions.
Night, Dougal. Night, Ted.
But my memory of Dermot here in this house is, and there's a room there, and there was a big fire, and there was a big armchair, and huge fire, and Dermot sitting there, and being Dermot. And
We always said Ted was our favourite character because he was the most real. He had the most he had the most sides to him and the most depth.
the one you advertised.
And I think he sometimes thought that we were giving you all the gags, but we weren't. We were, you know, and
No,
I
not
don't.
at all, no.
And Dermot.
Well, he was like, you know, he was a nervy, insecure man, and he you know, and with poor discipline. But that's not to take away from you know what a big character he was. I mean, he was a big and generous-hearted character
Yeah, he was,
in lots of ways.
He was very grateful and very pleased he got the opportunity in Britain because of all his frustrations in Ireland, you know.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, he definitely wanted to move on and do, I think, more satirical stuff.
Well, I worked with him on other things, and he wasn't the easiest person in the world to work with, but he was a dream to work with him, Father Ted. So it must have created some sense of security in him, you know.
Patrick and Cheryl told us about an 11-year-old girl who said, "I wish I could stay here forever." It doesn't even look the same on the inside. Just the very fact that it's the Ted house just made this kid, you know, hugely happy, and that kind of got to me because I just thought, you know, the show does have a magic that, you know, that we didn't really realise we were involved. We didn't really realise it would have this kind of magic that's been lasting through different generations.
Yeah, people, you don't think of it when you're writing. You know, you just want to make things funny, and then...
We were just trying to be funny, you know?
Yeah, after then years pass and people have a fondness for it, so that's very...
People who weren't born when we wrote it, you know? And that means a lot.
And
I broke your house.
the invention of YouTube really helped expand the reach too, because like I would never heard of it wasn't for you guys. Let me know. And there's a lot of them out there like that I wouldn't have heard of if it wasn't for you guys. Let me know about them, because I wouldn't know to go look for it without that. So the reach has expanded immensely with the invention of YouTube, because more people from different places can see it. That's like they had people there from Australia that were fans. It's not surprising. It's probably a tourist destination, like you said. But anyway, let's finish this out. This is interesting, heartbreaking too, but.
In another 10 years, maybe.
Great driving.
Yeah, that was very smooth. Smooth.
A 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3. My lovely male mammy, so gentle and so wise, rocking on your rocking chair, baking cakes.
Alright, turn that to the end. I don't want to get copyrighted on the music of all things. Anyway, like I said, I thought this was very interesting. It's not often you get to see an insight into where a sitcom or a show started and why it started. It's not very often as you get insight into the characters. It's like this. Sometimes someone will make a documentary about a show, but I've never seen one as in-depth as this. Anyway, I thought this was very interesting. I would love to hear you guys' take on it in the comments. Let me know what else I need to check out, and I will get there as soon as I can. If you are still here and haven't done so yet, please hit the like and subscribe buttons before you go. It goes a long way towards supporting the channel and helping it grow, as I said before. That being said, though, that is just about going to do it for this video. It is long enough, at almost an hour long. Wow. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this with me, and I hope to see you on the next video. Love you guys. Peace. Hey guys, make sure to check out one of my other videos right here at JitteryJay.